Ladies and gentlemen, Bethany Frankel.
This girl is on fire. Wow. Okay. Thank you.
I've actually been saying women are better at business than men. I find once women get that confidence, which sometimes is lacking, they become unstoppable. Do you agree with that statement that women are better at business than men?
Well, I do think that, and listen, all of these are blanket statements, and they can be insulting, and things that I say mean that I'm not, a feminist, and things that I say mean, these are all like generalizations. But I do think that women are very good at multitasking, delegating, managing, more organized, and I do think those things that you learn that are great at being a great mom, to get to pick up and get everybody's Christmas gifts and get the meal on the table and also work, those are really great in business if really channeled. And I think that really, it's being the executor. It's not, in my opinion, it's not about the idea, it's about who executes the idea best. And so I do think in that case, yes. But I do think we're in a situation now where it is different that women are making more money, because now it doesn't work that the man's like, all right, well, I make the money, so I get to make the decisions, you stay home, you cook. What if both parties make money? Then it's not going to be balanced if the woman is also handling all the kids' activities, is also handling all the cooking. So there's an imbalance now because men just intrinsically think that that's the way that it should be. So there's going to have to be some sort of a settling of all of it.
So if you can go over your story, who is Bethany Frankel? For those who may not know, I mean, they know, the reality TV star, but they don't really know the successful entrepreneur, cover Forbes. Like, what's the story?
I had an event production company. I used to produce events for Merv Griffin and then started my own event production company. And then I was one of the largest importers of pashmina, those shawls. And then I went to school to be a natural food chef and had a wheat, egg, and dairy-free cookie company. But I couldn't produce enough to get a big manufacturer to manufacture. And you get into that sort of place where then the quality is not good enough because you don't have a big company to manufacture. And then I was in the Hamptons, and a woman approached me and said that they were filming a show. They were going to be filming a show called Manhattan Moms, about women trying to get their kids into school, wealthy moms. I'm like, A, I'm not wealthy. B, I don't have kids. I don't even like my boyfriend. I have nothing. I'm broke. And it was all supposed to be wealthy women. But I became and I turned it down because I wanted to be a chef on TV. And I thought, if I do this show, it'll be a bunch of train wreck people drinking and it'll be a disaster, which is exactly what it was. And I ended up creating a liquor brand. So I was the biggest of the train wrecks. But basically, I didn't want to do it, and they kept pursuing me. And I thought, getting on TV, it's not that easy. And if the show is a disaster, then no one will know. And if it's a success, who knows what could happen. But I was their sort of question mark character. Andy Cohen said I was the Greek chorus, the person sort of narrating the show and the one who you didn't know what was going to happen. Is she going to make money? Is she going to get married? All of that stuff. So I was that sort of aspirational character. So basically, it's that moment where they were not going to make the show if they didn't find the fifth wife. And because I came that day, they ended up doing the show. So on the show, I was a girl who wanted to, I just always wanted to have a signature cocktail, something I drank that didn't have too much sugar that I trusted. So I said the word Skinny Girl Margarita on the show. And it became a very asked question, and I created this brand live and direct in front of an audience. I was a natural food chef. It made sense, and I didn't know, I totally overshot the mark. But when Beam came to me to buy it, which is the most interesting part of this entire story, in my opinion, they said they wanted to buy the entire brand, Beam Suntory. And I said, no, you can, because I thought of Grey Goose, and when Grey Goose sold for $2 billion, that's done. You can't make Grey Goose lip gloss or dresses or anything. Not that anyone would want vodka lip. I mean, I would want vodka lip gloss, actually. But Skinny Girl, I said, no, you're a liquor company. That's all you do is liquor. You don't need to own all of the licenses and all the intellectual property. So I said to them, you can have Skinny Girl when she's holding a drink, meaning the logo. I have a logo that's a girl, that's skinny. When she's holding the drink, and the martini shaker. So I own the brand Skinny Girl, which most people don't realize. So that was what ended up being Forbes, a cover of Forbes, which made me feel like I'm not worthy. It was like so much. It's amazing.
I'm going to have Francie come in. I'm going to go talk to the lawyers.
If they're your family, they're my family.
Pardon me?
I said if they're your family, they're my family.
So Francie, my VP of marketing, everyone knows her here.
You can get out of here. All right, so the ladies are now taking over, okay? We're done with the men. It's all about the ladies now.
Okay.
So
what about all these handsome men sitting here?
Well, there's more ladies, I think, though, than there are men.
Oh, are there?
Okay.
Those are good odds for the men. There's always something.
So as a very successful woman in business, and as JT was talking about everything you did, how important has the media and PR and being on television really helped you catapult your brand?
Oh my God, it's been the entire experience. There's no, I couldn't even put a value on it. Whatever I have is really, not all because of that, but it's just an amazing, there's nothing like television. There's no, I mean, the internet is great and social networking is great. I mean, television is really an amazing platform because I'm not playing a character, I'm myself. And you know, these are the things that I'm naturally doing. These are the products that I'm naturally developing. I'm honestly so grateful. It's amazing. I've had unbelievable trajectory, and I'm an example of a person who's just really used the opportunities right in front of me to create a success. Just not to be able to, just like not to watch things go by. You know, for example, the cocktail was literally created on television, and years ago on Sex and the City, they made the Cosmopolitan famous, but they never monetized it. They could have easily had a Sex and the City Cosmopolitan.
So it's being there, and then it was also the hustle and the monetization behind being on there as well.
The hustle is real. I mean, I am absolutely a hustler, and it's nice once you've already achieved a success to not feel that sort of desperation and like you have to hustle 24/7, because I like to relax. I like to do yoga. I like to go to the beach. I want to swim in the ocean. My daughter is my #1 priority in my life. So it's good to get to this point later. It's nice to hustle when you're younger, before you have kids and all these obligations. So I did hustle at the right time. I'm still hustling, but in a different way.
Right. So it's being smart about it.
It's being smart about it. I think time management is one of the most, I feel that time is more valuable than money. Time management is the most important thing. I cannot stress enough what I was saying before about organization and delegation. And people who work for me who are very, very smart, I say to them, like, I want you to do less. You should not be
JT,
doing
did you
that.
hear that?
No,
I want you to do less.
You can't do everything. You can't do everything. And if you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody. And it's really important to know and to step back and to say, okay, wait, this thing I can have somebody else do. This is not worth my time. And I mean, it happens to us at any level where you're like, wait, why? It could be anything for someone helping you with your child or cleaning your house or whatever it is, organizing your closet. It could be to the mundane, but you have to really use your time effectively. And when you have kids, to be able to be sleeping when they're sleeping, just to be able to think. And I always say you have to look at the board, not the pieces. People that work with me always will be doing one thing and say, I think you should be doing this thing. I'm like, no, you're looking at the pieces. You need to look at the whole board.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.